The biggest mistake you make when your relationship turns cold is trying to close the gap and beg for lost intimacy through constant touching. In this video, I'm going to expose a truth that will cost you. Desire only grows in vacuum. I've experienced firsthand how violating my partner's personal space and constantly invading their territory gave them a feeling of suffocation instead of love. I learned that authority means knowing how to pull back so that your partner has to effort to touch you again. Touch should never be a cheap, automatic right. It should be a reward for respect and proper presence. If you don't learn how to become attractive and elusive again through engineered distance, your partner will pull away further just to breathe. You're about to learn how to conquer by retreating. Step into the unseen. Welcome to the ultimate masterclass in decoding the female mind. The Clinginess Trap. Why your forced intimacy is making your partner run away. The science of proxemics. Why invisible walls in the home are more important than brick ones. Today we enter a subject that, in our modern world of small apartments, is the root of 50% of conflicts. Physical territory management. Prominent anthropologist Edward T. Hall coined the term proxemics in 1966. He proved that humans, much like animals, possess imaginary territories. In this part, we aim to bring this science from social environments into the bedroom and the kitchen. Let's take an economic and cultural look at the subject. In recent years, with the rise in housing prices and the shrinking size of homes, a global economic phenomenon, physical privacy has become a luxury item. When physical space decreases, biological stress rises. As a consultant, I have seen many couples who believe their problem is moral incompatibility, while the core issue is actually physical density. Analytical scenario, case study number 1. Consider Arash and Mina living in a 60 square meter apartment. Arash is a programmer who needs concentration, mental and physical territory, and Mina is a teacher who needs to vent verbal energy after work. When Arash is at his desk, Mina enters his personal space, 45 to 120 centimeters. Biologically, Arash's brain issues a territorial invasion signal. Look at this long dialogue. Mina: Arash, don't you want to put the phone down for a second? My mom called and said for Friday. Arash, without looking, shoulders tense. Mina: I'm in the middle of code. It's sensitive. Let's talk later. Mina moves closer and puts her hand on his shoulder, entering intimate space. So what? It's just one word. You're always buried in that system. At this moment, Arash sharply pushes Mina's hand away. Mina feels rejected, and Arash feels suffocated. My personal commentary. The problem here is neither Arash's rudeness nor Mina's talkativeness. The problem is a lack of understanding of the spatial map. In this part, we learn how to create virtual boundaries in small homes so our partner's nervous system remains in a state of calm. The 4 zones of intimacy and the psychology of spatial trespassing during conflict. In this section, we want to examine the 4 imaginary circles surrounding every human with millimeter-level detail and see how we use these zones against each other during an argument. Intimate zone, 0 to 45 centimeters, only for love, comfort, and care. Personal zone, 45 to 120 centimeters, for friendly conversations. Social zone, 1.2 to 3.5 meters, for formal interactions. Public zone, more than 3.5 meters. Disaster strikes when, during a political or cultural disagreement, for example, a debate on child rearing or household expenses, one spouse storms the other's intimate zone. When you shout and bring your face within 10 centimeters of your partner's, their brain broadcasts a life threat. In this state, blood flows away from the logical cortex to the muscles of the arms and legs for fight or flight. Dialogue analysis in the war zone. Suppose the argument is about travel expenses. Wife: you always waste money, while walking from the kitchen toward the couch and standing over the man. Husband, sitting down and feeling subordinate/threatened. Sit down, don't stand over me like that. Wife moves even closer. Why shouldn't I stand? Are you afraid to hear the truth? This physical chase and escape ensures the discussion never reaches a conclusion. In this part, I teach the safety square technique. We learn that in serious discussions, we must maintain at least 1.5 meters of distance, and both individuals should be at the same horizontal level, both sitting or both standing. This keeps the reptilian brain calm and allows the human brain to find solutions. We also examine the impact of furniture arrangement on relationship quality, how facing chairs create an interrogation feel while 90-degree angles foster cooperation. Haptics, the science of touch and decoding the language of the skin. The skin is our largest sensory organ, and touch is the first language we learn as infants. However, in long-term relationships, conscious touch decreases drastically and is often reduced to two modes: functional touch, for example, tapping a shoulder to move aside, or sexual touch. The tragedy begins when non-sexual emotional touch is removed. In this part, we want to talk about skin hunger. Many infidelities or emotional coldness stem not from sexual issues, but from a poverty of simple touch. Practical exercise for rebuilding touch. I introduce the 5-second destination-less touch technique, a touch that is not meant to lead to sex and has no hidden request. Just a simple hug, holding hands while watching a movie, or stroking hair while talking. We analyze a scenario where a man, who, due to cultural patterns, usually shows less emotion, learns how to lower his wife's cortisol levels by simply touching her wrist during a moment of stress. Scientific note: touch triggers the release of oxytocin, the natural enemy of stress. I will teach you how to draw your partner's touch map. Every human has different sensitive points. Some hate sudden touch, while others see it as a sign of attention. We will discuss gender differences in touch acceptance and the impact of attachment styles, secure, insecure, avoidant, on the need for physical distance. This section alone can multiply the warmth of your relationship. The paradox of absence makes the heart grow fonder, how distance creates desire. In this part, I want to address a controversial topic: the right to solitude in a relationship. Many couples believe intimacy means always being together. However, modern psychology has proven that to create desire, we need distance. Famed therapist Esther Perel says, "Fire needs oxygen, and oxygen exists in the space between two people." If you occupy your partner's physical and psychological space for the full 24 hours, there is nothing left to discover. In this section, we open up the concept of the mental personal room, economic social scenario. In traditional cultures, always being together was a sign of love. But in today's world of high work pressure, successful couples are those who respect time boundaries. Suggested dialogue for requesting space. "Honey, I really love you and I want us to spend time together this evening. But right now, I need to be alone in the room for 1 hour to decompress so I can come back to you with energy." This sentence, if delivered with the right tone from episode 10, does not cause offense. Instead, it gives your spouse permission to pursue their own interests. We learn how short absences ensure that reunions are accompanied by excitement and dopamine release. This part includes a list of activities that couples should do alone to maintain their attractiveness to their partner. Rituals of return, the magic of the 6-second hug and reconstructing spatial bonds. When two people meet after a workday, there is a critical moment. At this moment, personal territories must merge again to form the intimate zone. Most couples ruin this moment by asking stressful questions. What happened to the loan? Did you buy bread? In this part, I describe Dr. Gottman's famous 6-second hug technique with physiological detail. Why 6 seconds? Because that is the minimum time it takes for the touch signal to reach the brain and trigger oxytocin. We rewrite the entering the home scenario. Stage 1. Eye contact at a distance of 3 meters. Acknowledgement of presence. Stage 2. A smile and decreasing the distance. Invitation to personal space. Stage 3. A 6-second hug without talking. Merging of the intimate zone. In this section, I examine the impact of ambient sounds, music, lighting, on touch acceptance. I also teach couples in a cold period how to melt the ice with very small touches. For example, a fleeting touch while passing each other in the hallway without creating sexual pressure. These small rituals are like the structural retainers of a relationship that prevent collapse on stormy days. Summary: the architecture of love and the practical roadmap plus daily analysis. We have reached the end of episode 11. We started with the invisible walls of proxemics, passed through danger zones, and arrived at the magic of touch and distance. Now it is time to re-architect your home, not with construction, but with behavioral change. Final exercise. Sit with your spouse tonight and talk about safe spots in the house. Ask, where and when do you need to be alone? And which type of touch gives you the most sense of peace? Don't forget, your relationship is your most valuable asset. In the next episode, we will tackle the sensitive subject of joint financial management and money fights, where distance and tone combine to determine the stability of your life.